Most people spend their entire lives trying to build wealth. The elite spend their lives building something else entirely, a machine that builds wealth for them, long after they stop working, long after they stop breathing, long after anyone remembers their name. The money you chase is already dead the moment you catch it. What the wealthiest families in history understood, and what no one teaches you, is that real wealth was never meant to be held. It was meant to be released into a system designed to outlive everything. You have been told that wealth is a destination, that if you earn enough, save enough, invest enough, you will arrive. You picture a number, a house, a moment when the anxiety stops. That is the lie. It is comfortable because it has a finish line. Human minds need finish lines, but finish lines are for races. And what the elite have always understood, quietly, privately, without announcement, is that wealth is not a race. It is architecture. You do not reach it, you construct it. And the ones who only chased the number, they died holding it. Then it scattered like dust. In 1855, a 16-year-old boy in Cleveland opened a small notebook. He recorded every cent he earned, every cent he spent, every cent he gave away. He did not do this because he was poor and desperate. He did it because he already understood something that most grown men never grasp. Money without a ledger is not money. It is chaos wearing a disguise. That boy was John D. Rockefeller, and he never stopped keeping that ledger. Not when he became a millionaire, not when he became the wealthiest private individual in modern history. The ledger was not a poverty habit. It was the foundation of a machine. He was not tracking money. He was tracking a system, watching it breathe, watching it leak, watching it compound. The curtain has been pulled back. What you thought was discipline was actually engineering. There is a recorded moment documented by those closest to him when Rockefeller's Standard Oil was already generating more profit than most nations. He had already won by any visible measure, and yet there he was, reviewing a report from a factory floor about the number of metal solder drops used to seal each oil can. The standard was 40 drops. A worker had used 38. The cans still sealed perfectly. Rockefeller ordered the change made company-wide immediately. This was not obsession. This was not a man afraid of poverty. This was an architect inspecting his machine at the molecular level, because he understood that at scale, 2 drops multiplied by millions of cans, across years, across decades, was not a small number anymore. It was a river. He was not saving money, he was designing flow. In 1988, a factory worker in Pennsylvania won a multi-million-dollar lottery jackpot. Within 5 years, he was bankrupt. Within a decade, members of his immediate circle had died under circumstances connected to the sudden presence of that money. He is not an exception. Research across lottery winners repeatedly shows the same pattern. Sudden wealth, in the absence of a system, does not elevate people. It accelerates whatever was already there. If there is no architecture to hold the pressure, the money does not just leave. It destroys on its way out. The machine was never built. The money arrived in a room with no walls, and pressure without walls is just an explosion. The laws. The first law: wealth is a system, not a sum. A number in an account is not wealth. Wealth is the rate at which a system produces, preserves, and compounds. Build the machine first. The number is a byproduct. The second law: visibility is the enemy of permanence. The elite do not display, they do not announce. The moment wealth becomes a performance, it has begun its exit. Machiavelli understood this. Power held quietly is power held longest. The third law, frugality after success, is the only frugality that matters. Anyone can be careful when they have nothing. The discipline that builds dynasties is the discipline practiced when restraint is no longer necessary. Rockefeller proved this. He chose it when he could have abandoned it. That choice is the machine's engine. The fourth law: leaks do not ask permission. Lifestyle inflation does not knock. It enters through comfort, through normalcy, through the quiet agreement that you have earned this. Every leak justified is a river diverted. Guard the outputs with the same attention you give the inputs. The fifth law: time is the only asset that compounds without work. Every principle here requires one thing above all others: patience as a strategy, not as waiting. The machine does not need you to be brilliant. It needs you to leave it alone long enough to become unstoppable. Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he purchased decades ago. He made that purchase before the vast majority of his wealth existed. He has not upgraded it to match his net worth. He eats the same simple meals. He drives himself. This is not eccentricity. This is the machine refusing to leak. Every dollar not spent on performance is a dollar reintroduced into the system. At the scale his compounding operates, that restraint represents figures most people cannot write without losing count of the zeros. The Rockefeller principle, alive in a different century, in a different man, producing the same result. Because the architecture is the same. The elite do not build wealth, they build systems, and then they get out of the way. If this is the kind of thinking you have been looking for, subscribe to this channel. What comes next will go deeper.